So starting the test drive in this Tahoe here, really like the power of the 5.3, and I've said this dozens of times doing reviews of these Tahoe, Suburbans, Yukons, but it's just enough power and it's a bit more efficient than the 6.2 is. And unless you need the power from the 6.2, I always just say go with this if you just don't need it. Now you have the different drive modes you can go through, so normal, sport, off-road, tow haul, you can kind of see on the screen here. I'm gonna put it in the sport mode and I'm gonna see if I can give it a quick pull getting on the interstate here. So I'm gonna slow down a tad, probably won't be able to stop it. Here we go. So I mean, it's quick. I like the sound you get from this exhaust as well. It's very nice. And then when you get up to speed, it's pretty quiet here as well. But let's put it back into tour mode, or normal mode, excuse me. But yeah, even though this is an off-road Tahoe, it still is very controlled, very, I don't want to say soft, but especially with this magnetic ride control and this air suspension, it's very plush in terms of the ride quality you get here. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, I mean, $84,000 is a lot, but in my opinion, I think you get a real luxury large SUV here. It just has more off-road orientation to it. I wouldn't necessarily compare it with a G-Wagon, but in a lot of ways, it's capable for off-roading, but you get so much more space. It's still a Tahoe, so it still rides well, still has plenty of room on the inside. It's one of those vehicles that you don't need to just have sitting in the garage except for the weekends. You can drive this as a daily driver if you want to. It's relatively thirsty, but not overly thirsty. The overall driving simplicity is good because you don't have a lot of controls. You have the four-wheel drive down here. You have 4 low, 4 high, boom, what you need. You can adjust the suspension if you need to, the drive modes, but for the most part, you can leave this in the normal drive mode. And if you need to change the 4-wheel drive, that's about all you need to do. But for how this is equipped, I do think it does kind of allow for you to spend this kind of money and not feel like you're just throwing cash away. Just having this off-road package with this magnetic ride control, the air ride suspension, you have the sunroof here, the full 4-wheel drive again, and then the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, wireless charging pad. Floor console is nice because you get that secret tray in there, the bucket seats. It just offers a lot. And then just having the standard 2-speed transfer case with this model, having these 20-inch wheels, and then the heads-up display is an option. I really like how much you get here. It feels like an $85,000 SUV to me. And I know these days that's kind of hard to come by a vehicle that feels like it's worth the price, but I feel like you get that here. It's like a step below a Yukon Denali, but you have an off-road oriented Tahoe in every way. So I think this is the way to equip one of these, honestly. I didn't think I'd say that, but it's nice. With all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Chevy Tahoe Z71.